Hi, my name is Aiden Brown Miller.
And I'm Chris Anderson, and we're here today to tell you about how octopuses can recognize humans.
What? I've been doing some research lately, and most of the stuff I found said that only vertebrates and domesticated animals could recognize between individual humans.
But what you don't know is that octopuses are actually the most intelligent invertebrate.
Wow!
Octopuses have demonstrated the ability to remember visual patterns and discriminate between abstract shapes. They also have the ability to change their color and pattern on their skin in response to a stimuli, either external outside of the tank or inside of the tank.
That's not the only way they respond to external stimuli. Octopuses have also been reported to aim their funnel towards the source of a disturbance and even squirt water on unsuspecting aquarium technicians. They also sometimes display dark bands around their eye, known as eye bars or eye spots, which are thought to be displayed when the octopus is irritated.
Can be seen in the following video. The octopus's ability to hide in its environment is pretty amazing. When disturbed, the octopus displays a large eye spot and inks the approaching person. There were 8 octopuses used in this experiment, 4 little and 4 big.
Each octopus was randomly assigned 2 experimenters that either fed or irritated the octopus for the entire 10 days. 3 experimenters were assigned the roles of feeders or irritators instead of just 2, so that variability in the reaction could not be explained by preferences that were unaccounted for.
At the start of each exposure, the lid of the tank was removed and the initial behavior of the octopuses were recorded, including color, skin texture, movements, inking, blowing water towards the person, general direction, and the presence or absence of an eye bar. The experimenter would then either feed or irritate the octopus and record any changes in behavior. These exposures were done twice a day and continued for 2 5-day periods with a 2-day break in between, where the octopuses were not able to interact with humans and were not fed.
Some of the observed movements were combined to facilitate analysis. Moving towards or reaching 1 or 2 arms towards an experimenter was counted as a movement toward. Moving downward or to the back was counted as a movement away. Remaining still or pacing back and forth at the front of the tank was considered neutral behavior. Statistical analysis of the results was done using a one-tailed Fisher's exact test.
After the 2 5-day periods of testing, when octopuses faced their irritator, they moved away from and aimed their funnels at them. They also displayed eye bars more frequently than in the presence of the feeders. Octopuses moved towards their feeders and would aim their funnels away from them. In larger octopuses, respiration rate decreased in the presence of irritators. However, none of the 4 smaller octopuses exhibited differences between treatments. Octopuses have shown that they have the ability to remember interactions with humans and objects. The presence of an eye bar may be a response to a potential threat, as it is only present when facing the irritator. There have been studies of the body pattern and the eye bar, but there have not yet been studies of the reasoning behind the appearance of the eye bar. This is seen in other cephalopods who display a similar body patterning, shown by dark rings around the eyes, blotches, or even fake eye spots. These patterns are produced when the cephalopod is under mild threat. Other animals have sort of permanent eye spots that acts as camouflage.
Octopuses can recognize humans, and they will play with the toy in the water using their jets. They have personalities, they can be conditioned, and they have spatial and procedural memory and visual acuity. These animals do not live in social groups, so why would they have evolved the ability to recognize individuals? Octopuses have a great ability to distinguish between circles and squares and vertical and horizontal lines, so it must have been easy to distinguish between 2 humans. Seeing as how octopuses do not generally forage using visual cues, it seems quite odd that they have evolved to be able to have such great vision. Perhaps they have evolved this way to be able to distinguish between threatening and non-threatening individuals. All in all, octopuses do have the ability to distinguish between individual humans and have the capacity to remember those individuals.